It's going to be incredible. We have a general, that's what he does. He delivers soldiers and delivers everything. This is easy for them. It'll be delivered very, very rapidly. Joe Biden would terminate our recovery, delay the vaccine, and annihilate Nevada's economy with a draconian, unscientific lockdown. Because, they're finding out these lockdowns aren't working. Look at Europe. They're having this massive surge. They've been locked down. Okay, look at these lockdowns. They've been locked down and now they're having a surge. Look at Michigan. Michigan had a surge. Well, who's been tougher than her? She ran like a prison. She was like a warden, right? And they have a surge. And then they say she's doing a wonderful job. I think she's doing a terrible job. By the way, I know all of the governors. We basically deal with the governors. The governors run their states. We give them the equipment. We help them out. We got them all of the ventilators. We did an incredible job with that. Jared Kushner did a great job. We had so many. No, he did an incredible job. He got these guys from Silicon Valley. Nobody understood. Ventilators, right? No, but, for that, they're good. I have to tell you, they came in. Everybody said, these things are complicated. They walked in like, that's got to be the simplest piece of equipment we've ever seen. And we now have become the ventilator. We're making thousands and thousands a month, and we're actually giving them, we don't need any. But we didn't have ventilators. We weren't equipped for a thing like this. Our cupboards were empty. The governors were. And I got to know all the governors. Some did a great job and some did a poor job. But when we had our weekly calls with the governors, they would say, even the biggest enemies, the biggest haters, sir, thank you very much. Or to our great vice president who headed up the task force, Mike Pence. Oh, did he do well in his debate with her? That was unfair. If that were a fight, they would have stopped it, right? They should have stopped it. I said they should have stopped that debate in the middle. That's a great expression, right? Boxing, you learn UFC. If that were a fight, they would have stopped it. But Mike was great, and he's done great, and he did great with this whole thing. But the governors would say on conference calls, all 50, usually almost all of them were, because they all wanted everything. Their cupboards were empty. That was their fault. I guess, but let's say it was their fault. But we had to help them, and we did. We built hospitals for some of them. We built everything. We did a great job. But they would say, thank you very much, great job, great job, great job, every one of them. And if they weren't happy, we'd make them happy during the call, because we had the generals, the admirals, we had great people, and we took care of them. They'd say, great job, thank you very much. Mr. President, Mr. Vice President, thank you very much, great job. We're sending a lot of gowns to Michigan, goggles to Michigan, lots of things to all the different states. But she'd say, great job, thank you very much. We have it all down. It's all down. Because I think all those calls, I hope they were taped. Hey, could you imagine if we didn't have my call with the president of Ukraine, if we didn't have that transcribed, then it would have been this crazy maniac named Adam Schiff with his phony story that he told to the United States. But we had it transcribed. Isn't that a wonderful thing? So I think we have it transcribed or taped. But all the governors, every one of them, thank you very much, great job, great job, great job. Then they go outside and they see the press. They get nervous with the press. These guys, they make them nervous. We're not very happy with the job the president's doing. I said, he's no good people. But you know what? Someday I'll tell you the story. We had some great ones, and we had some people that didn't know what the hell they're doing. But I'll let you know at the right time who they were. Under the Biden lockdown, the lights of Reno and Las Vegas were extinguished. Carson City will become a ghost town. If he comes in, Carson City will become a ghost town. And the Christmas season will be canceled. Look, remember I said we're going to bring back Christmas, right? The name? Remember? We brought it back, right? Remember? I used to go around saying we will bring, because I saw these big department stores, they thought it was politically correct. So they say, have a great season. I said, no, I don't want to have a great season. I want to say Merry Christmas. Say Merry Christmas. Now they're all saying Merry Christmas again. So I just want to introduce a couple of warriors that are here. We're joined tonight by Congressman Mark Amadei. Come up, Mark. What a job you're doing, Mark. He's a warrior. Thank you, Mark. What a great job. What a great job. How are we doing? Okay, we're doing all right here, right? Huh? Thank you very much. You're doing good. Thank you, Mark, very much. We're also a man who's a fighter. But if he loses, I will never talk to him again. And he's the Nevada Republican Party chairman, respected by everybody, loved by everybody, Michael McDonald. Michael. Good, Michael. I'm taking care because I'm fighting for school choice, right? Safe neighborhoods and Hispanic-owned small businesses. You have no idea how great business people, Hispanic Americans are great business people. I've known that for a long time. Sometimes they say they're too good. They are tough sometimes, but they're great business people, and we've helped them. Joe Biden would crush everything Hispanic Americans have worked for, wiping out your small businesses with lockdowns and regulations and devastating your families with massive tax hikes. Your tax hikes, by the way, I never heard all my life, if you're running for office, you cut taxes, right? Who the hell ever heard of a guy running? Here's a guy, can't put two sentences together, and he wants to quadruple your taxes, and they say, he's tied in Nevada. How the hell can we be tied? How can I be tied with him in Pennsylvania and he doesn't want to frack? That's 1 million jobs. And it's going to destroy our energy business because we're energy independent. They're tied. I mean, what's going on? It doesn't. And okay, so he goes out. There's no people at any of the rallies. I go out, we get 35, 40,000, 25,000, 15,000. Boom. We go, boom, 15,000. We get the biggest crowds in the history of politics. I mean, I'm not saying, look, everything I say, they'll correct if, I mean, they'll say, yeah, who cares? I don't even care what they say at this point. But we get these massive crowds. He gets nobody. And then they say, we're tied. What the hell kind of a business are you in, Michael? It doesn't make sense. How do you guys do this? He'll wage war on Catholic organizations like the Little Sisters of the Poor, which we defend, ban charter schools, bankrupt Catholic schools. We help the Catholic Church very much with our schools. We help fund their schools. Fund extreme late-term abortion and empower the socialists. That's what they're doing. That's why we're going to win a record share of the Hispanic vote this November. So, please, right? I got our vote. Thank you, darling. Under my leadership, we achieved the most secure border in U.S. history. And we are finishing the wall. The wall is going to be very close to being finished. Their new deal is this. Well, I got to tell you real fast. So their new deal is this. He didn't build much wall. You ever see this? They said I renovate. You got a pipe that's been laying in the sand for 30 years. A little pipe. And they call that and then we're building this 30-foot wall. And I thought it would be all concrete. And I wish it was because it's cheaper. But the Border Patrol wanted it to be slats. They have to be able to see through it, which makes sense. I said, it's more expensive. So there's two things. Now they say, he didn't build a concrete wall. That's right. I built steel, and inside the steel is concrete, and inside the concrete is very powerful rebar, and inside that we have wires. I would have much rather built a concrete plank wall. But you know what? I built what they wanted. I don't want it because they wouldn't be able to see through it. So if they can't see through it, no good. So here's their new deal. They got pipe laying down. They got some wooden fence that's like 2 feet. Anything that there's if they ever had anything there, they call it a renovation. So now they say they did this vicious story that we only built a small number of miles. We're up to almost 400 miles. But we had to rip out. We ripped out almost nothing. But basically they had some areas like where they keep people from walking. They had some little wooden stuff that was all rotted and no good. And,